Southeast Missouri State head coach Tom Matukewicz. Redhawks 42-0 shutout against Tennessee State this past week, up to 19th in the polls. They will travel to Eastern Illinois this Saturday. So, Coach, just some thoughts on your team, and we'll go to some questions.
Yeah, I was really impressed with how the team played. I thought we would be excited about playing in Nissan Stadium. I was wrong. We were thrilled. Guys were pretty fired up about that experience, and this was my first time, even though I've been here eight seasons of playing there, and so that was a great experience. And you talk about the student athlete experience, when they're old, they can talk about scoring a touchdown with their kids when they're watching the Titans play and things like that. So really cool. Only thing better than that is how we played. I think one thing is I just want to take a minute, just really appreciate all of our assistant coaches. A lot of people want to give the head coach the credit, but really it's the assistants. I really don't do much. Every great player that plays for us was recruited by one of them. I don't call any plays, any of that stuff, and just really proud of our coaches, and I know they are doing everything they can for this football team to help us win the mission. So that's been great to see. We had 6 new coaches, and so it's been fun to watch. Quarterback. Our quarterback was injured Saturday. Basically, what I'm told is he will be a game time decision. He's got a foot injury. I'm not going to say what the injury is, and we will all see how it goes Saturday. When you talk about EIU, I know they're not where they want to be. I know coach is doing a great job culturally and making sure his identity is, the team identity is established and all those type of things. But one thing that I've been impressed is with their special teams. They're 1 and 2 in every category, and just how hard they play and how well they're coached. So those stick out to me.
All right, Coach, thanks. So we'll go to questions. Tom Davis, you're up first.
Morning, Coach. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Hey, the times that you have used CJ this year have kind of been spur of the moment, or maybe the score's out of control, that sort of thing. It hasn't been like a long preparation period leading up to utilizing him. What are his strengths, and what did he do well last year when he got substantial playing time?
Well, the last time he was a starter, he helped his football team earn a brickyard victory and beat a ranked opponent, UT Martin at Houck. And so he obviously has played at a high level. You followed the race, and I think Paxton and CJ made each other better.
Yeah,
because it was really good competition. And the problem with CJ is he had got there late and then kind of kept growing. And so the number one stat in life is he's an unbelievable human being. He is one of the top 5 teammates I've been around. He's really, really consistent. Like, you don't have bad days with CJ. Every day is very similar.
Also, going on the road, have you noticed anything? Because your team plays well on the road. I mean, Southern Illinois, Northwestern State, even at Iowa State, they did a lot of good things. Obviously, Saturday, what do you attribute that to, that whether you're at Houck or whether you're on the road, this team seems to play well and focused no matter where they are?
I think it all goes back to leadership. I think our leadership council has done a good job. Our 6 captains have really communicated well about the expectations, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then the tough road trips. We got another tough road trip coming. We left Cape Girardeau at 8 a.m. on Saturday and got back at 1 a.m. at Tennessee State. Like, that's a tough road trip, and so will this one be. So I think guys just understand it's just like anything else you got to manage. but we're not going to sit around and have pity parties and feeling bad about ourselves, or, hey, it's 40 degrees and cold in Illinois. Yeah, exactly. So get your mind right. And, it's not who we play, it's how we play. There's a standard that you need to meet every time we touch the field.
Jake, if you have questions, go ahead.
Coach, I do. So just to start, based on what you said a few moments ago, going to Nashville to win the game the way you did, bouncing back from that tough loss at EKU, how important was that to right the ship after that loss?
Yeah, it was real important, and it was how we played. We lost the game because we didn't play as well as we could have. We did things that you can't do, good football teams don't do. And so how we won at Tennessee State, I really appreciated. We played well, and we didn't turn it over.
I was going to say, I wanted to talk to you about Gino for a bit. I know we've had multiple conversations, but now, he continuously breaks records. I think he's averaging 7 yards a carry. It's just unheard of numbers, 12 touchdowns already. Obviously you can call it a breakout season, but it seems like a lot of the offensive success has gone through him this year. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I just think it's like anything, though. You take one variable out of the equation and it breaks down. If you don't have those wide receivers, then things get harder. If you don't have the O-line, things get hard, so it's really a whole thing. But he's playing really, really good. He has less carries this year than last year. I mean, or multiple, we're just not going to run it as much because of those wideouts we got.
And, now he becomes I believe he's the all-time leading rusher in program history. I mean, that's to coach a guy like that. How cool is that?
I mean, that's not even on your radar when you're coaching and turning a program around. You don't even think of it like that. But then when you hear people say it, it is just a thrill, man. It's pride, it's joy. So happy for him. I'm so happy for our program. All the guys that's ever played here, get to take a piece of that. And the other part is, the type of teammate he is too. He's turned into a really humble player. He wasn't when he first got here. He thought he invented football, but now he really appreciates his teammates and understands that this truly is a team award, and just so happy for him.
I know you guys don't like to look ahead too much, but how much on your mind is, hey, if we can run the table for the next 2 weeks, we'll be where we want to become the postseason?
If I hear one of my players say that, all right, I'm going to stab him with a ballpoint pen. That's how I feel about it. Don't let your mind take you somewhere your ass isn't. This is EIU, 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 EIU.
Going back to Paxton for a minute, obviously we know what he can do when he's there. How much will the offense change if he can't be ready come Saturday?
I don't think it'll change. Jeremy does a great job. We have an identity there. We are going to run the football. We're going to play physical. I don't care if Lena's the quarterback, my wife. Like, that's who we roll. And then, we're explosive in a passing game. That's been what we've tried to do, for years and years. So it'll be very similar. There might be some, just some wrinkles and stuff. I do think we should, make sure he's in good situation in case he is the starter. But really very similar. And our model in recruiting, like, we're recruiting a mobile quarterback. Paxton's mobile. Like, it shouldn't change that much. But, hopefully, I know Paxton really, really wants to play and will be devastated if he can't go. So we just got to prepare for both.
Are you able to comment when the injury happened, or I guess anything along those lines?
Yeah, I was in the first half. So he came out. Docs looked at him. We tried to put him back in, and then he couldn't go anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. I think, and yeah, I think that's it for me. I appreciate the time.
You bet.
Tom Davis, you want to ask the question you put in the chat, or is that was a funny question?
Yeah, I wanted to know, what are Lena's strengths in running the offense?
I think that's a great question. She runs our house, so I have very strong opinions about what she's a tremendous communicator. She tells me what to do every day, all day. She is a little soft. She just wants everybody to get along and love each other. So, but that's why you got me. And she's pretty hot. So she's hard to defend.
I think that's our quote of the day, Coach. I appreciate that. Thanks for your time this morning. Best of luck on Saturday, and we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, Kyle.